Hello everyone, I am Mr. Ashish Chaudhary, Assistant Professor of BPM's Maharshi Parshuram College of Engineering, Malaysia. In Power Engineering Lecture Series, today we are start a second lecture, a steam generator boilers with as a fire tube boilers. So first we will see boiler details. So in that whatever parts of these boilers we have explained. The first one is shell. The main container, usually of cylindrical shape, which contains water and steam. Okay. So that means whatever cylindrical portion we have used, that is called as shell. Then furnace, the chamber in which combustion of fuel takes place. This may be great to burn coal or burner to atomize and burn liquid fuel. Okay. So this is the furnace, the main where the fuel, whatever fuel we have used, we will burn that. So in that we have used the grate. Grate is used for to burn coal, and the burner to atomize the liquid or the gaseous phase. Then next is water flow path. It is the path followed by the water in the boiler, particularly water to boilers, during the process of absorption of the heat and conversion into steam. So that means the whatever the path followed by the water, and this is generally in the water to boilers. Water should be free from the dissolved material in the order to reduce scaling of heating surfaces. Obviously, if scaling will be increased, then efficiency of boiler goes on decreasing. So heat transfer rate will be decreased, and so to avoid that, the water should be free from dissolved material. Next is gas flow path. So gas flow path contains the path followed by the hot gases to transfer the heat to the water. So boiler efficiency mainly depends on the gas flow paths. The next is the steam path. So in most of the boilers, steam is taken out, preferably at the top of the shell, to avoid the water particles being carried with the steam. The steam separators are employed for this purpose. So generally, steam will consider that the water in gaseous form. That's why it will be always taking out from the top of the boiler, and that will be easy to avoid the uh, water particles into the steam. The next is mountings. So mountings are the walls and gauges necessary for the safety of boilers. For example, water level indicator, safety valve, physical plug, etc. And last one is accessories. So mountings are the walls and gauges necessary for the safety of boilers. For example, water level indicator, safety valve, visual plug, etc. So these are devices are necessary for the working of boilers. So these are called as mountings. And last one is the accessories. So devices attached to the boiler to improve its performance. So to increase the efficiency of boiler or the performance, we will use the devices. That devices are called the accessories. So for example, air preheater, economizer, superheater, etc. Now we will see the fire tube boilers. In that, first one is the Cochran boiler. So this is a very simple boiler, vertical shape type boiler. In that, the bottom, this red area is indicated as a furnace. So here there is a grate. Over that we will burn the coal, and this is a fire tube boiler. So that's why the whatever flue gases or the fire will be flow, that will be transferred through these pipes. Okay. And this is a chimney. So in that, so at the bottom there is a ash pit collector, and this is a blow off cock. This blow off cock is used to drain out all the water and whatever sedimented available into the water. Then this is a fire brick lining, and this is a flue pipe. So in that flue pipe the fire will be transferred. So here is the fusible plug. So fusible plug is mountings. This is a requirement of the boiler. So we will see in the next lecture what are the mountings and accessories one by one. Then here is a water level indicator. So water level indicator, by using this one we will see how much water is available into the boiler. If lower water is available, then water will be circulated into the boiler. Okay. Then this is a manual when maintenance will be required. So through the manual the person will be taken in into the boiler and maintenance will be carried out. So here is the pressure gauge, and to measure the pressures generated due to the steam, and these are the safety valves, and the flue gases will be flow through the chimney in upward direction. So here are some points of the Cochrane boiler. This is very simple vertical multi-tube small capacity boiler, compact and requires minimum floor area. Evaporative capacities ranges from 150 to 3000 kg per hour, and working pressure up to 20 bar. So this is low pressure boiler. Hemispherical crown gives maximum strength to withstand steam pressure inside the boiler. And outer diameter of tubes, there are the 6.25 centimeter multiplied with 165 approximately. And any type of fuel can be used for this combustion. So in solid, liquid or gaseous type of fuels we can use. Manhole at the top of the crown of shell is provided for the cleaning, and it gives a 70% thermal efficiency with coal firing and 75% with oil firing. So this is about the Cochrane boiler. So this is a basic and simple model of the boiler. Now next one, the next type of fire tube boiler is Lancashire boiler. So this picture indicates the top view. These are the side views. So this is in that see, uh, this tube indicates the furnace, and through that the fuel will be burned, and thermal energy will be generated, and due to this the flue gases will be flow, and whatever the surrounding, the drum indicates the water of these tubes. Okay, now here if you see here is the furnace, and the flue gases will be flow over these tubes, and this will be circulated into the tubes. Okay, so these are the flue tubes, or you can say the fire tubes here. And outside of this fire tube, the main drum consists of the water. Okay, and if you see in this figure, we will see some safety devices, mountings, safety valves, steam stop valve, manhole for the cleaning and maintenance, the low water high steam safety valve, then pressure gauge to measure the pressure, feed check valve, water level indicator. So this is about the Lancashire boiler. Okay. So this is the pictorial view again. So here, so in this Lancashire boiler, if you see the cross section views, if you see there are the two furnaces, and during the circulation the flue gases will be flow this, and surrounding of the drum also. Okay, so here is the deadweight safety valve at the top, then main steam line, the steam will be collected, or the steam path. This is low water safety valve, this is a manhole, and this is a damper. When you require, the flue gas will be flow through the chimney. Okay, now so this is a actual view of the Lancashire boiler. So if you see, these two are the tubes where the furnace will be taking place. So internally fired Lancashire boiler is internally fired, horizontal, natural draft, and natural circulation type boiler. So diameter of tubes is 0.4 times the diameter of shell. So this is the diameter of shell, and the tube diameter is 40% of this the shell diameter. Each flue tube has its own furnace with a grate of about 2 meter length. Okay. Dampers are placed in the path of the flue gases to regulate the gas flow and air flow. Okay, so this is the working of the damper. Openings are made in the boilers for inspection. Okay, some openings are required during the inspection. Then capacity, PC capacity and utility of Lancashire boiler. Here, so it is made to withstand a working pressure up to 20 bar. Okay, so this is also a low pressure boiler. Evaporative capacity is higher than the Cochrane boiler. It has 8000 kg per hour, and shell size ranges from 2 meter to the 6 meter length. to 3 meter to 10 meter length. Okay. So bottom of the shell is heated first and then its sides. Okay, so bottom of the shell is heated first and then sides of it. While used in sugar mills, chemical plants and power systems, its maintenance is quite easy. Local load fluctuations can be easily made due to large reserve capacity. So this is about the Lancashire boiler. Now we'll see the locomotive boiler. So this is again a fire tube boiler. If you see here, this is again a horizontal type of boiler. Okay, so at this, if you see here, the furnace where grate is mounted, and over the grate the coal or the solid fuel will be burned, and the flue gas is generated. These are passes through the tubes. Okay, and surroundings of tube, the drum contains the water. Okay, and after that flue gases will take it out and pass to the chimney. So here, so this is the superheater. So superheater is used to enhance the uh, effectiveness of boiler. So that means steam, whatever steam is generated, that will be heated in again into the superheater, and its temperature will be increased. Okay, so this is about the superheater. So these are the tubes of superheater. Inside of the uh, inside are that are circulated, inserted into the fire tubes. Okay, so this is the steam dome, and these are some, the mount is just like safety wall. Then flue gas is taken out. Then this is the lever, and this is water lever indicator. Okay. Now about its one. So it is internally fire horizontal multi-tube natural circulation, artificial draft, fire tube type portable boiler. Okay, so we can easily move this boiler anywhere we want, and its dimensions and specification are: length and diameter of barrel is 5 meter, and diameter is 2 meter. Size and number of the superheated tubes, these are 40 centimeters, 14 centimeters and 38 in numbers. Size and number of the fire tubes, these are 5.27 centimeter and 116 in numbers. So these are the fire tubes. Working pressure and capacity is 14 bar, and capacity is 9000 kg per hour. If you see, so this is again have a higher capacity of steam generation if you consider to Lancashire boiler. Okay, so this is due to the large surface area will be available due to the number of fire tubes. Heating surface and grate area, so heating surface is 271 meter square, and the grate area is only 4.2 meter. So utility, locomotive boiler utility and application. So here main requirement of this boiler is that it should produce steam at a very high rate. So we already discuss about that. It has a very high rate of steam generation, 9000 kg per hour. Therefore this boiler requires a large amount of heating surface and large grate area to burn coal at a rapid rate. Okay, so if we could require a large amount of heat generation, obviously heating surface area will be required higher, and grate area is also lower. Whenever you increase the grate area, the rapid burning of coal will be taking place. The locomotive boiler is so designed that it is capable of meeting sudden and fluctuating demand of steam, which may be improved due to variation in power and speed. Okay, so that means whenever fluctuation will be taking place, this is very much essential boiler. It will be provide whatever necessity of the steam. It is free from brickwork, special foundation and chimney. This reduces the cost of installation. So obviously, if you see in here, there is no chimney and brickwork. So obviously, the cost of installation will be less. It is very compact. Uses in railways, road rollers, etc. Also used in agriculture field, sawmill plant, and stationary power services where semi-portability is desired. Okay. Now some advantages and disadvantages of the locomotive boiler. Large rate of evaporation, 55 to 70 kg per second per square meter of heating surface. Then second one, the freedom from brickwork, chimney and special foundation, which reduces the cost of the installation. Okay, obviously it is a portable boiler, and for that obviously chimney and brickwork be low as possible. So this is more advantage of this boiler. Reasonable low cost and compactness makes it ideal for the portable unit. And what are the disadvantages? Incapable of meeting very high overloads because of danger of being damaged due to overheat. Okay, so there is no fireworks, fire bricks are used, so that's why there is a danger of for damage due to the overheat. Maximum steam pressure is limited to 20 bar. So this is a low pressure boiler. Accumulation of mud particles in water cause scale formation. So this is the main disadvantage of the locomotive boiler. Okay, thank you.